You begin, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to speak about myself, who I am and where I'm coming from, and what brought me to the United States of America. I was born in Iran, Ardabil city, north part of Iran. I was a student in English literature major, and already I'm holding an associate degree in English literature. And actually, while I was trying to have further education in my country, I was teaching English, especially grammar, in Iran, in Ardabil city. But in the same time, you know, as I was growing up, I was seeing that, you know, people of my country are suffering from lack of freedom. There is no individual freedom. There is no political freedom. And people are being arrested by the secret service of Iran just because of peaceful rally. People try to have their basic, their humanitarian rights, but the government is really cruel and brutal, and I couldn't tolerate that situation. I was thinking somebody has to break the ice. I have to stand up in front of the government. I have to say something. Somebody might do something. So I started writing some articles in weblogs, and I tried to speak with radios and television that based on Europe and America, like Voice of America, Persian section, or Radio Farda, or other radios. And I was being interviewed, and I was criticizing the human rights violations that was being done by the government. Of course, the government didn't like it and didn't tolerate at all. Several times, I was called to the secret police, and they tried first with speaking to me to stop me. They were saying, hey, everybody, 72 million people of Iranian are silent. What happened to you? Man, something is wrong. You have some psychological problem. You might see a doctor. They were trying to say that something is wrong. And their reason was that, most of the people, a lot of people are silent. What's wrong to you? And you are standing up against the government? Who are you, man? And they were trying, you know, to push more pressure. And every time I was saying, okay, I will try, you know, not to speak. But again, I was coming and I was calling radios and television, and I was trying to draw the attention of the people that are living in the free world to what's going on in my country. And the government finally arrested me. They said, hey man, we spoke with you several times. You seem that, you know, you don't want to stop your activity. I said, hey, I can't stop. I just speak. This is my basic right. I have a non-violence activity. I'm just writing articles, speaking in the radios and television, and trying to make the situation better to the Iranian citizens. But they said, man, we say you something is wrong, and then they arrested me. They arrested me, and I never forget, you know, this part. They, after being arrested, you know, they started to, they brought some ropes, and then wrapped me with their ropes, and they stuck me to a chair, and they closed my eyes and everything, and 3 people, I always can't remember this part. I mean, I want to put it back. It is a defense. It's a defense that most of us do when there is something, a bad memory you have. but I have to sometimes say it in order to explore what's going on in my country. They start torturing me with electric shock, and my body, every time that they were torturing me, my body was shaking, and every time that I'm trying to say that I'm still, after 7 years, suffering from the consequence of that brutal torture, but I never lost my hope. I bailed out. I just wanted to make it short because I can't continue too much details about what happened to me. I was bailed out after a couple of months being in the jail, and I saw that they are trying to physically eliminate me. And when I found out that this place, this country is no more for me, I planned, and I got out of my country illegally. And I entered to the Turkey, and I went to the United Nations, and I introduced myself, and I brought all my documents, the court documents, and everything, and the documents regarding to my interrogations in the secret police. And I told them that I'm trying to seek asylum. I want to be in a place that I'm safe. I want to be in a place that I could speak. I could be the voice of my city, my Iranian people. And then 2 years I stayed there. After 2 years, it was a long process. I had a very bad situation in Turkey too, because according to the law of the Turkey, the asylum seekers had no legal right to work. So really, the people outside of the country in Europe and America helped me out during 2 years. And after 2 years, the United Nations recognized me as a political refugee, and they referred my case, refugee case, to the embassy of the United States in Istanbul city. And 3 times I was interviewed by some clerks, by some agents, of American agents in the embassy, and then they transferred me to the United States, and they helped me about 9 months. They paid me my rent, everything, and even I didn't know how to use Marta card. I didn't know what is Visa card. Everything was strange, but they helped me. And then, fortunately, because I knew English, so I didn't face too much problem in communication with American people. And after that I came to America, I kept on my activity, and I said, hey, it is not the end of my activity. Although I am out of my country, but there are a lot of people like me right now are in the prison and are being tortured. I shouldn't forget those that are freedom fighters and trying to change the situation and bring a better life to Iranian citizens. So I started publishing a website. I settled an internet TV, and then I started communication with other television and radios, and starting writing articles. And every week I have a show, and I'm trying to persuade the people to stand up for their rights. And I'm happy that I'm here safe. FBI or Homeland Security or the other Secret Service doesn't, prosecute people or me just for speaking or non-violence activities. And I will never forget the people of my country that are under the cruel government. Thank you. Thank you.